Lock her up. Lock her
Lock
up.
her up.
Lock her
Lock
up.
her up. Hey there, folks.
Lock her up.
I'm Zerfall.
MysteriousJG. We're trying to make this cave great again.
Yeah. I'm in a pretty good place. We got to play through this again. There's been a little bit of wackiness with the save files since I cleared out a bunch of save files and have plenty of room again. But every once in a while, it just saves over the old save files or something. So we lost our Rockman and our Should We Save or Save. But it gives us the opportunity to explore a couple things we could have done and didn't.
I mean, the title does show this is a release version, too. I don't know if it's worth it reporting that as a bug or not, but pick up a plain rock from the floor. Oh, we don't have to use any of our existing rocks.
Yeah, why would we waste our good rocks? But you know what we got to do?
We got to get our rocks off.
We got to look at this rock.
See tiny red crystals and even tinier colorless crystals incorporated in the plain rock.
Crazy.
Look at it with a loop.
Rocks like these are fairly common in this area. It's not exciting, but it is instructive. All right, we should just look at the rock too. Yeah.
Wrapped up the plain rock, you examine for the mine floor.
This piece isn't particularly valuable as a sample, but every rock does tell a story. And we gotta rub the rock.
This rock tells a story about how we're gonna whip it at Corvus's head and give him a concussion. Opa. You do the streak test, because why wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, gotta do it.
I mean, they're about to murder this guy.
It was a good thought, though. This particular sample isn't quite as good as the others I've gathered. Sometimes it's hard for me to throw away rock samples. I need to get better about that. Huh?
Well, you know why she doesn't like to throw away rock samples, Zerfall? She lives in a glass house.
Fair enough.
For crying out loud. I mean, are you getting points for this in some weird
I'm getting
world?
well dones. The rock crystal is not that easy
helpful.
to access. For that reason, and for my purposes, this rock sample isn't very helpful. It was worth a try, but not every sample is well suited for the streak test.
Your ideas were quite good, player, and you should feel proud and happy. Even though looks like Evan just got murdered. It's not your fault.
Nope.
You have to throw the rock in the door, unless there was some other way you want to do this based on
And a plain
some
rock.
reading we did between videos.
Well, no, this was throwing this rock instead. Now we're not wasting any of our sweet samples. Oh, it even made a big noise. What was that? Yada yada.
Wait, that's not me.
Well,
Can you scroll down to a different slot and save?
Maybe. Let's try.
We don't want to overdo that in case there's some part of us that wants to go back and off-screen play through chapter 5 or 6 and not confront German spy guy. It's like the only thing I could think of we might want to do after
I got
rescuing dude.
Too far up? Oh no, she's gonna see me, okay. Grab nuts. Oh, I won't let these endanger Mr. Oster's life. I've got you, dearie. Well done.
This
is curious because now you think you're clever, girl? Clever girl? You think you've saved my dear brother by throwing away the crushed Jordan almonds? You've just doomed both of you to a slow, agonizing death. I don't need Evan's real signature to get Crimson Lodge and its lands. It was a mere formality. A certain nosy wannabe sleuth is now tied up and forgotten in an abandoned mind. Excuse me, if she didn't need his signature the whole time, why didn't they just bring him to this mine and then leave right away?
Mm-hmm.
If they were just going to kill him here no matter what. Maybe Corvus was like, no. It needs to be an official signature or I won't help you.
Now that I'm not here to tell you, I can't stop you from using a knife to do the deed.
So thank you, Nancy. You were a loose end that would have caused me no end of trouble. I can forge Evan's signature easily enough. Who will the courts believe? My word with an official-looking signed document? Or Nathan Cardinal's? I'm not about to wait around for any of your friends to show up. But our friends are going to show up, so we won't be dead, and then the court will listen to Ethan,
but
who's not dead.
What attribute of Nathan Cardinal would make him less likely to get a hearing than... Oh, wait, okay.
Yeah, that's that time period. It's still problems.
You mean part of Earth history?
Goodbye. Enjoy slowly starving to death.
If I had left those almonds, at least you could have survived, but no. I really thought she was just going to, like, carve you guys up with a knife. Hey, we never did find out who Camp murders you if you take a shower. Yeah, so Nancy, no any good jokes.
Why didn't Nessa kill us with her knife?
I don't know. Why didn't it? Why? Sorry, damn it. I don't know. Why didn't Nessa kill us with her knife? Okay. Hats off. That was actually pretty excellent.
Mr. Richards, I'm being serious.
I want to, like, go back and reread that and deliver it properly. That was really good. Oh, she doesn't have a stomach physical violence. Side blood makes her faint.
Oh, we should have just cut ourselves.
Oh, yeah. Well, we know that now. It's well done. You didn't see her threatening me with that knife, did you?
I wish you'd told me that while she was tying me up.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
It would have...
You tell Evan that help may arrive at any time, though you have your doubts. Would Jack find you in the darkness? He'd have to wait for someone to bring another lantern. Evan regales you with stories from Crimson, back when he was a boy. You're happier for the distraction. His voice gets huskier as the hours pass. Eventually he resorts to quietly humming snatches of old folk tunes. You join in when you know the song. It's a nice way to pass the time.
Oh, do you hear that?
Not old Susanna? I mean, not us.
Not us. And then this will be the same. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Grab nuts. Now, here's the thing.
That's what we did last time.
Well, yeah, but now I have time.
Oh. You take the crushed jordan almonds from the tabletop and throw them over the edge into the darkness.
I won't let these endanger Mr. Richards' life. Why did I say this out loud? Nancy! I don't know when to quit. Yada yada. Push table? I'm not close enough to do that. What are you talking about? Oh, no! Ah!
I don't know why push table would do anything, but it is something that we thought of off screen while reading the walkthrough.
Yep. Well, we already figured out how to get out of this the one way. I just gotta get closer. Yada yada. Push table. Push.
Wait, would you like
table
to push the table?
At Nessa.
Wait until just the right moment. It's an action game. Push the table at Nessa. Force knocks the wind out of her.
Hey, no spin added to my notebook. You! Don't come any closer. Jack knows where I am and he'll be along shortly. It's over, Nessa. Over? Over? Let me walk over here to where I can fall off the edge when the...
Yeah, so it is the same from here.
I said don't come any closer. I'm not. I'm going further away. Don't you tell me when it's over.
Hey now, don't dream it's over.
Stay where you are. You're not trying to tell me what to do? How dare you?
You get knocked off the cliff. You gotta stay there. You won't get knocked off the cliff.
And this is where it merges with the other one.
Yep.
She's gonna stomp those feet.
I think taking the lantern makes a lot more sense, but...
Well, I mean, we smacked her with the table, and we still had a table between us, so she had to come around, but...
I feel like we should have powerbombed her through the table.
I mean, she also had... Well, I guess we were gonna throw the lantern, so... Yada yada. There we go. Now, is part of the floor missing after this fall down? Yep, there it goes. We're much further away from it this time, though. Ah, there we go. Save. Wait.
Oh, so we're not going to go back and load and use the lantern instead to get the canon ending. We're assuming this one does not affect the ending. I noticed that you picked up the table instead of the lantern. That gives you a different ending. Now, like, look at the wheelbarrow. I don't understand the actual correct solution to this puzzle.
Yeah, so we tried lock her up, and we were under the impression that you could use the padlock to lock her up. And like the wire you could tie her up with, but it's too cumbersome. But it turns out, I just want to double check. Is there something in the note that tells us like a clue? Secure Nessa. Okay. What if we just?
Well, I mean, we're somehow
Nessa?
we're like look at the wheelbarrow.
Oh, if
Would
you
you
type
like to
secure
lock her
Nessa, it
to?
says, "What would you like to lock Nessa to?"
But you still have to come up with this wheelbarrow, and I'm like, what is it about the wheel? Does wheelbarrow have built-in chains?
How is it like that?
Just look at the room real quick.
I mean, we saw it when we looked before.
Hold on. There's
Cabins,
sometimes
doorways. It's a very dangerous area.
Yeah, I mean, you're apparently reading faster than I am. I'm looking for wheelbarrow. So it's
I was
one
looking
word.
for the word wheelbarrow too.
All right. So it's one word. I'm just wondering if there is anything about a description of the wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow has a broken handle and is filled with huge, heavy rocks. The front brace still looks intact, but this wheelbarrow isn't going anywhere.
Ah, we're gonna lock her to the front brace somehow. Let's see how we do it. Is there any situation where an immobile wheelbarrow could be useful?
Hmm.
I do like that. I really should have just looked at the notes and been like, I'm going to try to be saucy and type secure Nessa because it gives you the clue.
We should have, yeah.
What do you want to secure to?
So you hook Nessa's belt loop with the This feels okay. This feels.
She doesn't want to get naked and walk out of here.
With the open padlock and close the padlock firmly around the front base of the wheelbarrow. I'm not saying I can't see any physical way this would be really hard to do, for hard to get out of, but also like, what?
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, look at the look on your face. That's amazing. You're like, yes. Ah. Nessa struggles to get up, but the wheelbarrow is too heavy and resists her attempts. Nessa screeches in frustration and goes, Well, now that's over with. Come help me with these ropes, Nancy.
Right. But wait, when we get the ropes off, we're going to tie her up, right? So that she can't just like rip her clothes.
I think he's going to go kill her. Mention on time, Mr. Richards. Now that you have all the time in the world, he takes the lantern and uses it to bludgeon his sister to death. Thanks, Nancy. I guess we should try to find our way out of here, eh?
Yes, I think I know the way.
First, let's get really drunk.
No, so we're not given the option to tie her up more.
Hey, sis, looks like you could use some cooling off. We'll be back for you. Maybe.
Sputter!
X, sputter, X!
Wait, do you hear that?
You definitely hear footsteps approaching.
Wow, they get here so much faster if we don't get abandoned.
Yeah.
We're in here, help!
Nancy! Is that you, Mr. Richards?
See, it's the butterfly effect. Locking her up makes it so that they get here way faster.
Mm-hmm.
Major Murdoch.
Apparently her escaping distracts them.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they go down a path hearing her sounds and go, oh, that's where we're going to go. Nancy.
Nathan's eyes widen slightly as his gaze settles on Nessa, sulking by the wheelbarrow.
I padlocked Nessa to the wheelbarrow.
It makes sense somehow.
Oh.
Wait, so are you doing any voice for him? Or is this just... Oh. I suppose we should deal with that. Quick, Nathan, push the wheelbarrow off the cliff.
Oops.
Looks better in the paperwork if it's you that does it, it's not me. Ranger Murdoch kneels down and cuts Nessa's hands together. He then cuts Nessa's belt loop with a pocket knife. But suddenly she overpowers him, takes his knife, and threatens you all again.
Now she's got to do the perp walk. Oh, Corvus is trapped under that rebel in the middle passageway. We should probably get him out. I guess.
I'll do it. So who do you think we marry in the happy ending, where we just come back and live here forever?
Nessa.
Is it going to be Mr. Evans or Jack or? Let's get out of here. Or maybe Kimi. Good idea. Ranger Murdoch leads the way out of the mine. You feel incredibly relieved to be out of the mine. It's not yours. It feels like a great weight has been lifted off your shoulders. Thousands of voices calling out at once in the big silence.
So far, this is the same as our other good ending one that we had.
Suddenly, Nessa gets a lot of dialogue.
Well, that's the thing. If something looks different, I will. Carl?
Yeah, just look for the word wheelbarrow. What's gonna happen to Nessa?
I think I've gathered enough evidence to prove that Nessa poisoned Margot. You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
Yes, I'm right here. I mean, not me, that's for certain. Let's go. Apparently, they're already turning on each other. Normally, we have to try to, get them in separate rooms and kind of tell them half-truths until they do that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he's the lawyer, and he knows that he's not trying to be mean. He's just like, I can't legally represent you now that I'm indicted alongside you.
I'm actually good enough to know that, even if JG kind of forgot. Hey, it's the town of Grinch. Oh, Crimson, sorry.
Nimblock?
Nilbog.
Nilbog is goblin backwards.
Of all the weird shit in that movie, this sexy lady with the popcorn, whatever. All right, Ranger in charge looks up and acknowledges.
This part.
Just a minute, I want to see you. I guess we're not reading this dialogue again.
Well, this is the German stuff.
As much as I would like to take credit, Nancy Maple here is the one you ought to be thanking.
Real Canadian hero, something about an eagle, thanks.
They're speaking German. So, folks, if you just wanted to see the end, the good end, and you watched the video called The Good End, guess what? You don't get to see the whole good end. You got to go back about 3 videos.
You got to be in this series for the long haul. If you came here just to watch the ending, you should play the game.
Yeah, this is not a comvid, guys.
Yeah.
This is not Canada Zone, home of the text parser insane. Now that joke is for the real long haul. That's like that we've watched this series and every other series these guys have ever done. What have we got here? We've just come from the old abandoned garnet mine. This might be different. This is Miss Nessa Crab. She kidnapped her own brother. Can you imagine? She could have done worse and gotten away with it too, except for this meddling Miss Marple, who was here to detain her by padlocking her to a wheelbarrow, which is one word.
Actually, I'm not too surprised. It's actually family that does a lot of the kidnappings.
You know that most people are murdered by their spouse. A rather resourceful and ingenious move, if I may say so.
Oh, thanks.
Actually, I didn't even think of it. I just thought to secure her, and then suddenly I was prompted to use the wheelbarrow. If I had to go through it all again just to see the look on your face now, or the look on her face when she did it. It was actually pretty nice sprite art. Nancy was really happy with herself.
It's butter.
Miss Crab is also suspected of the murder of a young woman. And Mr. Corvus Shaw is her suspected accomplice. They have a lot to answer for, like the dirty Brits. Busy night. Yes, indeed. Police dispatch some crime scene investigators so we can build a strong case. Make sure one of them is wearing sunglasses and delivers a pun and then removes the sunglasses, or rather puts them on, and then we can go. Oh. Roger Daltrey that.
All right, back to Toronto.
I'm headed back to Toronto. Would you like to come with me? No. What the hell? I thought I was your love interest.
Since when? We talked 3 times.
No, but I mean, Jack's bald. Hey. You, Jack.
Hey.
Some women like that. The woman from whichever Star Trek movie had the people whose faces were all melting.
This time,
fell in love with Picard because he was bald. Why don't you put on some pajamas or something? Whatever. As your gaze falls onto the ransacked curio cabinet, you realize there are a few things you may want to bring up with the other inhabitants of the lodge tomorrow morning. And as we left the clam flowage, we knew we would return.
I better make some new notes on a fresh sheet of paper to remind myself. Or I could just decide to go to sleep if I wish. Alright.
Did Margot have an accomplice in the ruby brooch? Oh, never mind. Did Margot have an accomplice in the ruby brooch theft?
Yes. Yes, I suspect someone helped Margot hide the ruby brooch effectively.
Okay, good. We're not interested in who that was.
Yep.
I mean, who was it?
I'm certain of that. Jack admitted to helping Margot hide the brooch. His fingerprint was on it, clear as day. I wonder if you don't actually have the evidence and you guess right. It's like, hey, wait a minute.
Whatever. It's fine.
I found the brooch in Margot's walk-in closet, pinned under a hat, after Nessa and Corvus had already thoroughly searched it there, including the hats. Margot was already dead by then. Jack hid the brooch there after Nessa and Corvus were finished searching that room. He had admitted as much to me when I confronted him about his fingerprints on the brooch.
This is kind of a clever way of like, well, we don't want to give you the dialogue unless you actually exhibit an understanding that would cause her to go talk to Jack about this.
Yep. Now about the curio.
Because it can't possibly affect the ending.
Well, we did get a score of 0 out of whatever for this quiz in the original.
I suppose we did. Who stole the pair of antique silver steins? Was it Ben Stein? Was it Gloria Steinem? It was Margot.
Margot's fingerprints were the only ones I lifted from the smashed curio cabinet. Plus, she admitted to taking the antique silver wedding steins. That's pretty clear cut. But she mentioned having help. Who helped her with the steins?
I think at some point we need to answer one of these wrong to see what happens.
What are you talking about? We gotta get a perfect score.
But you can load. I'm just curious to see what happens if you get it wrong.
I'm not sure that's right, but it's my best guess.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's all it is. But that's good. We know for sure whether we got it right because basically, well, it goes yep. So.
Nathan admitted to helping Margot hide the antique silver wedding steins. But he's doing it for the right reasons. I promised I wouldn't tell, and I won't.
I won't even trigger dialogue about it. Who was the imposter at Crimson Lodge? Well, that Jack guy was acting like a good chef, but obviously.
Right, his geology and mineralogy books looked brand new because he'd never once consulted them. They were part of his disguise. So he wasn't a very good spy. That explains why he was examining that glacial erratic. He had no idea it wouldn't be a good indicator of the geology in the area. The report Albert wrote for Nessa demonstrated no knowledge of proper field report procedures, nor appropriate use of mineralogical terminology.
I'm not sure what triggers the sound because we got 2 for this one correct answer. I feel like at any point it could just go bling.
I think it's maybe because we discovered extra things about it. So we knew it, but we knew. He was definitely not a mineralogical expert. I wonder if he was even Belgian. He's probably German.
Yeah, I thought we already knew that was Kimmy's true goal. I think she was trying to get with Nathan. Oh, never mind.
After everything I've witnessed, I'm pretty certain that Kimmy was just a keen birdwatcher who probably had the worst vacation of her life.
I do like that we have some red herring type questions, like, oh, and what was, who was Jack cheating on Margot with? Nobody.
Everything and anything can look suspicious if you're looking for suspicious activity.
Confirmation bias, folks. You gotta look out for it. Were Evans Richards and Nathan Cardinals friends or enemies?
Their conversation in the conservatory indicates that they were similarly aligned when it comes to the fate of the lodge and the lands.
They were both chaotic neutral.
They also met up in the study after that first dinner. It was hard to tell if they were friendly then. But I did see them shake hands. They respect each other.
Although one of them was holding a buzzer.
Margot entrusted the antique silver wedding steins to Nathan. She trusted him.
And of course, Margot has that son who looks suspiciously like a, not Jack. Or not Jack. I mean, back. Never mind. Because Nathan has got a little like a king of the hill situation.
Your non-canon ships straight in your head.
I can't.
Nathan was risking Nessa coming after him for those valuable antiques.
Thinking of John Redcorn from King of the Hill. And,
Nathan was out late at night with Jack, and they were both helping Mr. Richards. I heard them talking about it. I recovered a sample of clear crystals from the salt at the lodge that didn't dissolve in water. I'm pretty sure that's what Nathan and Jack were trying to hide. Judging from the conversation I overheard at the carriage house, Nathan, Jack, and Mr. Richards were working together to deal with Albert. Nathan and Albert had a clandestine meeting in the boathouse. Nathan had
See, we
paid
never
Albert,
know. Like, we could get 4 Bing sounds, and it turns out you're supposed to get 5, and you wouldn't know until the score at the end.
Paid Albert for a mineralogical report that concluded the lodge and the lands didn't contain diamonds. Nathan wasn't concerned about the truth. He just wanted to protect Crimson from becoming a mining town again. And Nathan helped me and Jack rescue Mr. Richards tonight. He risked losing his Indian status by revealing himself to Ranger Murdoch after having snuck off the reservation. He's a true friend. Mr. Richards is lucky to have him.
And he's lucky that he didn't take advantage of Margot's various advances, because what were Jack and Nathan trying to conceal?
It's
They're
interesting
boners.
because of the stuff we knew from the last one. We already know what they were doing.
Yeah.
It is possible, after all, but so far, it's only a hunch based on the samples I've gathered. I thought we asked
She
them.
looks really concerned about this.
I'll need to verify my hypothesis when I get back to the museum. Oh, we think they're diamonds, but we're not 100% sure.
Okay. Gotcha.
I did see Nathan and Jack gathering something shiny from the riverbank, and I recovered this odd salt sample that didn't dissolve in water. Those could be diamonds. I'm pretty sure I scraped these on the brooch. The irony is, Nathan and Jack were trying to conceal just the color of the stones, not the red ones. No one figured out that the red garnets could actually be diamonds because no one knew crimson diamonds could exist. Red diamonds are far more spectacular discovery. And they're the whole time under everyone's noses.
I like there was a little question mark between her and the dialogue balloon just because of where it all fell. So it's
I
like
think
the
this
Doctor
is
Who
right.
logo. Where did Jack conceal the suspected diamond? Salt. Yeah, I'm almost positive on that one.
I did recover these clear crystals from the bag of rock salt. And if these really are diamonds, the bag of rock salt in the smokehouse would have been a perfect hiding place. Who would have guessed? Unless someone, well, I guess you've been rubbing salt all over the cured meat you're trying to make, and then people eat small diamonds and shred their guts.
I guess maybe you would guess that if you followed the prompts in the game. Were Margot and Jack having an affair?
He was helping her with her medicine.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure Margot and Jack were just friends.
I know, because when I made a pass at Jack, he told me he's just not into girls.
He explained the meaning of their secretive boudoir meeting. He was helping her inject her medicine, aka arsenic. Jack was a good friend of Margot, and nothing more. He told me so, and I believe him.
So when Jack went up to Margot and was like, "Hey, Margot, are you ready for your injection?" They didn't, music then didn't go.
It just went. Bah, bah, bah. What's more, the evidence I found backs him up. I found his fingerprints on Margot's medicine kit.
When I dusted his penis for fingerprints, I did not find hers. What item suggests Nessa came to the lodge intending to threaten or harm Evan? Well, I mean, the fact that we watched her try to murder him was pretty strong evidence of that, but... Sorry.
Mr. Richards is allergic to almonds. Nessa knew that. She brought those Jordan almonds with her and filled that cut crystal bowl in the parlor. Overt as you please. I even carried some around the whole time. Nessa wasn't being a rude guest. She was a bully. But at least she didn't get away with it.
You're exhausted and decide to go to sleep instead of pondering these questions.
I'm assuming we got those all right then.
Well, I don't know. I didn't hear a on the last one. Maybe we're supposed to talk about the will or something else. You wake up the next morning feeling refreshed and ravenous. You decide to eat a bunch of almonds and some salt. You make your way down the upstairs hallway. You begin to smell the inviting aromas of coffee and bacon. Just bacon. You enter the kitchen and find the other inhabitants gathered around the table, digging into a hearty breakfast. You join in.
Hey, everybody's here this time.
Morning light is streaming through the small window, causing motes of dust to sparkle and dance in the light. Hey, you could have slept in the room that Evil Lady was in if you wanted your own bedroom.
I guess that's true.
Or Corvus, or German Spy. There's a whole bunch of free rooms now. Mr. Richards is slumped in front of his plate, eyes downcast.
Well, I mean, that's Jack's room, so he probably took that room back, but the lawyer room, for sure. Jack, you've already admitted to helping Margot hide Nessa's ruby brooch.
Would you like to save? Sure did.
You said before that you and Margot planned to sell the brooch to help pay for the lodge's upkeep.
Also, I'd just like to say right now that I believe you were not having an affair with Margot. Yeah, she was trying to lay claim to the whole place, but she'd never lifted a finger to take care of it, nor send a dime.
You also said because of the state of things, you didn't see the point of executing that plan. But I think you should. What do you think, Mr. Richards?
I think it's none of your fucking business. I mean, it sounds good to me.
I mean, we have the brooch.
Yeah. It would be a nice thing for Nessa to indirectly do. She certainly wouldn't intentionally do anything good for anyone else.
You hand the ruby brooch over to Jack.
Thanks, Nancy. Hey, maybe I can make a new mop.
Make one.
Oh, get a new mop. Sorry. Yeah, that did seem like a weird bit of dialogue.
You mentioned that Nessa had it out for Margot, and this is Margot's way of getting back at her.
Yeah, but I figured it's because Nessa was afraid Mr. Richards would bequeath the lodge and lands to Margot instead. Oh, she sure was. Nessa just dead set on making Margot go away, and so the lodge and lands would end up with her. Which they never were, of course. I'd promised all that to Nathan and his family always and forever. Margot understood. She knew that she would have to fight that in court after I was dead.
Yep.
She planned to murder me, too.
I will admit to worrying about the fate of the lodge and the lands from time to time. But once I learned how much Margot loved it here, too, just as it is, I worried less. But when that fisherman found that diamond...
Yeah, that was trouble. We should have had that guy killed. Nessa arrived and she recognized Margot's face from some old wanted posters. In a past life, Margot lived and worked up in Skagway, and during the Klondike Gold Rush, she was just a kid who also was a whore. She made the mistakes, trusted the wrong people, which told me all that, so it didn't work when Nessa tried to blackmail her into leaving Crimson. I found another way to get the better of her. Murder. Evan's face falls and he clamps his mouth shut. Her secrets? You mean like on her boudoir on the first night you arrived?
Yes, I know we've already discussed that. You said the two of you were just friends, and I believe you. Does this mean if we'd made bad notes, we'd be like, acting like a jerk right now?
No,
hey, Evan, I
really
know
do.
Margot's already dead, but just so you know, I'm pretty sure Jack was doing something.
I feel like probably there's an alternate version of this conversation that's just much shorter, but I'd love the idea that like you just start throwing around wild accusations about what stuff that wasn't happening.
Yep. Yes, I know we've already discussed that. You said the two of you were just friends, and I believe you.
Well, but we didn't discuss it in front of him. Why are you bringing it up now? Yeah, Jack helped Margot with her salver sand treatment. Salver sand being an ancient Greek word for having sex.
You knew that?
Sure did. Jack helped her with that every night. I couldn't too squeamish. Injections were very painful for her. I couldn't stand to do them.
Well, that makes me feel much better about that.
Also, like it was less important for me to pry into your business. Margot knew Nessa and Corvus would rummage through her things. Her vanity has a lock, but she suspected that it wasn't secure. In fact, she suspected it had been tampered with already. The no tamper seal had been broken. I kept the brooch in my pocket for a bit, but when we were fixing to head to the garnet mine, I didn't want to bring it with me. So I nipped upstairs to her giant closet and pinned it on the underside of one of her hats, up on one of them mannequin heads.
But someone grabbed it for some reason.
I figured should Nessa and Corvus return to the lodge, the last place they'd look is somewhere they'd already searched.
Kimmy, I'm sorry that your birding trip was full of so much drama and tension, but I'm very glad I got to meet you.
Thank you so much, Nancy, and thank you for not thinking I was up to something when the game prompted you to jump to that conclusion. It's very kind of you. Yes, that was one of the strangest trips I've ever taken since I did that LSD in the 60s, which is the future. So much unpleasantness and tragedy. But I don't regret coming here. Crimson is a beautiful place. Margot was very kind. Jack and Nathan really helped me feel at home here, despite everything.
But not Evan.
And you, Mr. Richards. I'd like to be your new Margot. Yeah? I can see why you love Crimson so much. I love it too. Oh, that's real nice. Thanks, Kimmy. Now, could you please stop being part of the game? You have nothing to do with the story. Yeah, Nancy. I'm very glad I got to meet you too. I hope there's a sequel where I am your sidekick. You're one of a kind, brave and clever. No matter what happens, I'm sure you'll make your dreams come true.
Thank you, that means a lot to me. I'll try my best. Nathan, I have to know.
Hey, look, I notice you're really driving the conversation. But you let someone else talk. I mean, yes.
Yes. About the set of silver wedding steins. I brought them back this morning, now that they're out of Nessa's reach.
She'll never have those steins in hell. I really appreciate Nathan keeping them safe for me. Don't worry, he told me all about what Margot did. As a matter of fact, there's all sorts of stuff you're snooping into that I'm already aware of, and there's no problem. So just get out of our business already. They're right about me. I wouldn't just give them to Nessa to make stop harassing me. Story of my life. Or would have just given them to Nessa, yeah. Never again. Now that she's going to jail for trying to murder me after all.
I was in the boathouse when you had your meeting with Albert. What? You were? Where? In one of the canoes, but never mind that. I saw and heard you buy a phony mineralogical report from Albert. I feel like you had Mr. Richard's best interests in mind, but could you please explain that to me?
No, none of your business. End of dialogue.
Of course, I did that because I had Mr. Richard's best interest in mind, and mine as well.
What?
I didn't want to trouble you, Evan. Yes, I did pay Albert to write a mineralogical report that stated there were no diamonds on the land surrounding the lodge. That would make the land worthless to Nessa, and she would stop bothering Evan and go home. Albert seems to be not who he said he was. I've met mineralogists. He was no mineralogist.
I think I already did the Jack Kennedy joke here, so...
I had a funny feeling about him, too. He was perfectly willing to prepare the document and say what I wanted.
Robert Kennedy.
For a price. I still have it with Albert's signature and official seal.
The official seal of the Kaiser!
With Evan's permission, I plan on mailing it to the federal government. We can be free of all these troubles once and for all.
Or you could get her to write you a fake mineral report and actually make it look more convincing. Yeah, let's do it. Let's defraud the Canadian government. Let's defraud the Canadian government. Yay!
You weren't the only one who paid Albert to prepare a false mineralogical report, Nathan. What?
What the hell?
After Albert fled the lodge, I found a couple of crumpled papers in his waste paper basket.
Crumpled papers. They've fallen in love.
The papers had writing indentations on them. I darkened them and was able to read what had been written on top of them.
And of course, saw a picture of a penis.
You bought from him, but there was another version of the report that said that Lodge and Lance actually did contain diamonds. Later, I found the original mineralogical report she'd paid Corvus for in the satchel. I read it, and it says there are diamonds on this land. You wouldn't happen to have that, would you? Actually, I do.
Ha! Good one, Nancy. I've hidden one away, so if anything happens to me, this will be delivered to the Canadian government. It's my insurance.
When you said ha, good one, Nancy was like, finally, a good joke. Albert was clearly a fraud, looking to make some money by producing false reports.
A fart fraud. Sorry.
They could never be considered official. Yeah. I'm due to meet with Ranger Murdoch.
He was making fart noises with his armpit, pretending they were real farts. He was a fart fraud.
I'm due to meet with Ranger Murdoch down in Toronto to be interviewed about everything that's happened. I'll be submitting this report as part of evidence against Albert. I'll be writing my own. We'll be saving
before that interview to make sure you get the maximum points, sir.
Yep. I'll be writing my own field report about Crimson considering the circumstances. My methodical work.
Methodical.
I think the government would be keen to accept my findings. I have to know. Are there diamonds here in Crimson?
Mr. Richards, Nathan, and Jack exchange meaningful looks. Kimi appears to have fallen asleep in her eggs.
Surely you must all know something. I think you and Jack were picking alluvial diamonds out of the riverbank when I saw the two of you last night. I collected a sample from that area. I think Jack hides the little diamonds in a bag of rock salt in the smokehouse. I grabbed a handful of salt.
It's so fascinating. It makes me wish I was more involved in the story.
And it didn't dissolve in water. Some of the crystals didn't dissolve.
Nancy? It's a good thing you have that insurance policy or I'd kill you now. There are diamonds and crims, and we have to check the riverbanks regularly for ones that come down the river.
Over time, we've managed to extract most of the gems that are in the ground, but the soil erosion reveals them.
Every so often, we gotta go looking for more that are prepared. They're easiest to see by moonlight.
Evan used to help us. In fact, he used to do it all by himself.
Yeah, it wore my back down, so now I was up to Jack and that.
Fortunately for us, not many people were around. It was a difficult secret to keep, even then.
Yeah, until that fish swallowed a whopper of a diamond, and that lucky duck fisherman caught it. Nothing but trouble, that was. That fisherman had to be dealt with permanently.
He wasn't dealt with, though. That's why we're here.
Yeah. Okay.
There was one last thing I wanted to know.
He died several days after he reported it. It was very strange.
Red diamonds aren't known to exist anywhere in the world, but I think there are red diamonds here in Crimson. Am I right? Yes, Nancy, we know.
Back in the day, those were just assumed to be garnets. No one really thought to look closer.
Because as you say, everyone knows red diamonds don't exist. Wow, I'm speechless.
I thought I
Allow me to
discovered them and I was so
elaborate.
smart, but apparently you guys had already figured it out. What the hell?
Do you know what this means? It could be one of the most significant mineralogical finds of all time. It would put Crimson on the map.
Yeah, that's what we're afraid of.
Oh, yes, I see. Well, you could have been, getting them and then selling them saying you got them from somewhere else.
Pretty sure people would have figured that one out, Nancy.
Nancy, we know your fieldwork is very important to you, and we certainly can't prevent you from divulging anything you may have discovered here.
Since you set up that a copy of the report as an insurance policy.
We can only ask that you think about what news could mean for Crimson.
We like it how it is now. And also, you're going to ruin... Yeah, I do too. See, I'm part of this. Me too, and so did Margot. Her ghost will haunt you.
What'll happen now? That partly depends on you, Nancy.
And how you score in your interview with Dudley Do-Right. You all palmed Nathan's automobile, except for Mr. Richards, says there isn't enough room in the four-seater. Ha ha! We didn't even make separate art for this. You sense he'd like some time alone anyway. He gives you and Kimi a nod and then turns away. He's been needing a hot shower, if you know what I mean. As the automobile trundles away from the lodge, you crane your neck and take one last look.
I'm really going to miss this place in spite of everything.
Well, you can come back. You turn and face forward. The rattling of the rough road makes it... Oh, rattling of the rough road. That's nice alliteration there. The only coherent thought you managed to have is... What will you tell your boss? And what could that mean for your future? Thank goodness the bridge has been repaired enough to allow trains to cross it again.
Repaired? Enough? Yeah, you are traveling light, Nancy. I wouldn't be too concerned. Traveling light thanks to Albert.
It's not like if anything fell on you, you'd be crushed by it. Okay, Nancy. Train's gonna leave soon. Be well. Kimi, you can die for all I care.
Oh, but what about you, Kimi?
I've talked it over with Evan, Jack, and Nathan. I think I'll stay over for a bit. I also talked to the ghost of Margot. It's been so tense here. I want to relax, enjoy the birds, and the fall migration is starting in a few weeks. The leaves will be changing color, and actually, I don't have a job or family anywhere. I've promised Jack that I'll keep with the lodge chores. I'll earn my keep.
She'll even help with the chores.
Oh, yeah.
That's wonderful news. I wish I could stay longer too, but I've got to get back to my job in the city.
Working for the man every night and day. Good luck, Nancy. I'm going to miss you. Especially if you get the bad ending.
Be well. I'll miss you all. Thanks for letting me stay with you, and please, thank Mr. Richards too. We'll let him know. You're made of pretty tough stuff, Nancy. Jack's been telling me how brave you were down there in the mine. We're grateful for all you've done. If it wasn't for you saving Jack, we'd never know how brave you were. Goodbye, Nancy.
Yeah, bye, Nancy. Now go on. Train's not gonna wait forever.
Right.
It's the end of Anna Karenina. Bye. You stare at the train window. It's a clear, cool morning. There is no suspicious Belgian lurking behind you. As crisp and refreshing as it is from this far, the air is this far, as it is this far north. You brace yourself for the muggy summer heat down by Toronto. Your mind is buzzing with all that has transpired over the last few days. It feels like you're returning home from a long voyage. You can't help but wonder, did you miss anything? Did you leave any loose ends? Would you like to be privy to some helpful introspective thoughts? Yes or no? Note has been added to your notebook. I don't know. Is it really fair for us to be privy to the inner thoughts of the character we've been playing as? I suppose it is.
I guess we'll find that out next time.
Bye.